Ever get stuck on hold forever? Like when you're just trying to renew your driver's license?
Oh, tell me about it. Or how about waiting months for a permit?
Ugh, it's the worst. But you know what? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Government efficiency.
We're talking initiatives, past and present, the whole shebang.
And we've got two big names in the spotlight. Al Gore with his Reinventing Government thing back in the 90s.
Versus, well, a much more recent idea and a bit more out there. Honestly, Elon Musk's possible role in this Department of Government efficiency proposal.
So how do these things even compare? I mean, they're decades apart.
It is wild to think about, right? Both aiming for the same result, a government that actually works efficiently, but they totally reflect the tech and the ideas of their times. It's like two completely different worlds.
Absolutely. Okay, so first up, let's go back to Al Gore. Reinventing Government, better known as REGO, right?
That's the one.
This was Clinton era, a big push for modernizing everything.
Big time.
What was at the heart of REGO?
So REGO was all about making the government leaner, cutting the red tape.
Make it work better for us regular folks.
Exactly. And one of the biggest things they're known for is shrinking the federal workforce by a lot.
Well, some people left on their own. Some took early retirement deals. They also restructured some departments.
Okay, but it wasn't just about firing people, right?
Right. REGO was also about encouraging folks to come up with better ways of doing things. They had this thing called the Hammer Awards, recognizing employees who found creative solutions.
So rewarding people for actually making things better, not just...
Not just cutting for the sake of cutting.
Exactly.
And another big thing was pushing to make things digital. Like, think about taxes. Back then, it was all paperwork, a total nightmare. REGO helped move that online.
Which honestly was a huge help for everyone.
Saved time, money, and made it so much easier for people. Yeah, no more digging through file cabinets. So all these efforts to make things efficient, did they actually make a difference?
Oh, yeah. Things like passport applications, remember how those used to take forever? REGO streamlined that process, and getting government benefits became way easier too. They simplified everything and made it clearer.
Okay, so some real wins for REGO. Now, fast forward to today, and we've got Elon Musk and this Department of Government Efficiency idea, DOGE.
DOGE.
This one feels different, like it's all about tech. Yeah. And they're talking about some pretty huge goals, cutting trillions from the federal budget. Is that even possible?
It's definitely ambitious. DOGE seems to be putting a lot of faith in AI and automation.
To basically do what humans are doing now, but cheaper.
Yeah, I think about AI processing your passport application or handling those phone calls we talked about earlier.
So like robots answering the phones.
In a way, yeah. And the people behind DOGE say this tech-heavy approach could also cut down on waste and fraud.
Because a computer could spot things a human might miss.
Exactly. Imagine an AI going through mountains of data and flagging a fake unemployment claim or finding inefficiencies in how the government buys stuff.
Makes sense. But some people are calling this whole thing a pipe dream. Why so skeptical?
Well, the federal budget isn't exactly simple. A big chunk of it goes to really important stuff like healthcare, Social Security, and defense.
Stuff you can't just cut without major consequences.
Exactly. Slashing trillions without thinking it through could be disastrous.
And even if it made sense on paper, can they actually pull it off? I mean, REGO had support from both parties and from Congress. It's not clear DOGE has that.
That's a big point. REGO was part of this bigger movement for reform. DOGE feels more like it's coming from the top down, driven by people like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy.
So are we looking at two completely opposite ways to get to the same goal?
It's starting to look that way. REGO was all about fixing what was already there, making it work better. DOGE wants to disrupt everything with technology.
And people saw REGO as a success story, while DOGE is.
Well, people are a little freaked out, honestly. Understandably, REGO had clear wins, like shorter wait times and a better experience for people. With DOGE, we're not really sure what's going to happen. Maybe good things, maybe not.
A lot of uncertainty.
A lot.
So we've got these two very different paths toward a more efficient government. REGO, a classic example of working within the system, and DOGE with its super tech-focused vision. Both have the same goal, but they show how much things have changed in politics and tech.
Yeah.
But what really gets me is how different the approaches are. REGO felt like everyone was working together to make things better. DOGE feels more like a few powerful people calling all the shots. So what does that mean for us, the regular folks? What's the best way to get a government that actually works?
That's the question, isn't it? And there's no easy answer. Think about your own experiences with government services. What drives you crazy? What would you like to see changed? And how much power should tech have in shaping the future of government?
Big questions. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into government efficiency. We've just scratched the surface, so keep asking those questions, keep digging deeper, and keep pushing for a better system. We'll see you next time.
See you then.
Cut it down, slice the red tape. Free the people, no escape. Break the chains, no more lies. Revolution in their eyes.